yourself. Hey there, Virgo. It's Wes with the Aurawest Tarot, and today I'll be doing your November monthly reading. For the format for this video, I'll be doing just obviously the brief intro here, your general monthly message. I'll be covering the love and career aspects of life. For the love section, I'll be doing if you're single and if you're non-single, meaning that you're committed in a relationship. For the career, I'll be doing if you're employed and also if you're unemployed. So I'll be doing the unemployed first and then the if you're employed. Lastly, we'll be doing a collective Virgo message for the in a form of advice section, and then we'll be closing out the video after that. I will be pulling for all these categories. I pull 3 cards and then I do 3 or more clarifications. I also left a bunch of information in the video description. You can check that out. Timestamps will be below in the comment section, and I'll put that there and I'll pin that so you can find whatever part resonates with you or whatever you want to find out. Now, lastly, if the video, whatever I talk about in this video is only going to apply to certain people. So if you find you're listening to the message and it doesn't apply to you or it doesn't sound like it's your situation, don't try to apply it. There's billions of people on this planet, and quite honestly, I can't, you know, there's no tarot reader that can really read for everyone. It's not possible. There's too many situations out there. So oftentimes, what I've been finding throughout the past reads is that sometimes a certain specific situation may come through in the messages, and it's only going to apply to, unfortunately, just a specific group of Virgos that are out there dealing with something. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just how the cards shuffle and how they come out, and I just have to read them how they are. So I have tried many ways to try and get around it, and sometimes you just can't. So just FYI on that. It seems to be a common problem with some people on YouTube. Not everyone, just some people that keep trying to apply things that don't apply to their situation, or getting up in arms about it because they're like, oh, that's not my situation. Well, not everything in life is going to be for you. So if this doesn't apply, then there's plenty of other readers out there. Anyways, let's get started here. I'm going to hit the timestamp. I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, so, and if you see me peering off here every now and then, it's just because I'm just writing the timestamps down. So bear with me here, okay? Alright, so what messages do we have for Virgos? Those born under the sign of Virgo for the month of November. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Can I get 3 cards, please? Now, when I do pull these cards, I'll just do a basic, what I see at first glance. Most times it's not going to flesh out the story that it's talking about, so just bear in mind with that. I will do clarifications to flesh out the story a bit more, and then you'll get some more perspective on it. But I like to kind of just see initially what I think it's talking about, and then see where it's going after that. So bear with me, stay until the clarifications, kind of figure out if it is your story or not. Alright, Virgo, so what we got? So we got 7 of Cups showing up here, Scorpionic energy, showing up in reverse. I have the 10 of Pentacles showing up here in the reversed position. Oh gosh, excuse me about that. Capricorn energy, and then we have Ace of Wands showing up in the upright. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. So Virgos, this kind of seems like you may be kind of getting a reality check. I hate to say it like this, but you may be getting a reality check on a possible, a financial situation that you're in right now. Now, with the 7 of Cups being reversed like that generally, when this the 7 of Cups is upright, what that normally indicates is that there's just oftentimes a lot of fantasy. You may be kind of just being a bit, not really paying attention to reality in some cases. I mean, it is a card of like window shopping, it's shiny object syndrome, it's bouncing back and forth with things. Maybe this is somebody that could, when it's upright, it could be someone that's like bouncing in between situations or just not satisfied with their options, exploring 10 different things, not really investing the energy too much into one particular thing. And it can also be a card talking about fantasy and delusion and kind of just seeing the world and how you want to see it, not how it actually is. However, it is reversed here, so most times that's going to talk about coming out of that. That you're getting now some clarity, you're kind of sobering up to what's actually been going on. So for some of you Virgos out there, this could also talk about, sometimes addictions and things like that. You're no longer kind of like, if someone's been, intoxicated on some type of substance for a long time, maybe their mind hasn't been too clear, but now they're coming out of it. On the flip side, you may have been in a situation of some sort where you were kind of seeing things in a skewed light, not really seeing it for how it actually was, but now you are. And what I don't like is that the Ten of Pentacles is showing up here in reversed. So oftentimes that's going to be, it can't talk about financial ruin. On the worst side, money that's being lost, things not going in your favor financially. It could be losing a home. It could be, this could be a divorce situation, where there's a fight going over the house. It could be a commitment of some sort that's just on a rocky foundation right now. It's not going well. So you kind of have to apply it to how your situation is. But most times it's going to be some sense of stability that's been flipped on its head, and it's not going very well. So, and I also see the Ace of Wands here. So that's a card of not substantial action, but it is a card of action. So you're putting drive into something, It can be passion and some other things, but this looks like, in this particular situation, a card of you're having to put your energy into something. And my thinking is that you may be seeing a situation unfolding that could be pretty detrimental in your future. And let's just say that it is losing your home. Maybe it's losing your car. Maybe a job that, you've been kind of calling out a lot and kind of just thinking, well, I'll never get fired. I'll never worry about that. But now it's looming onto you, maybe through someone's, been chiming in your ear a little bit that, hey, you might get fired. I don't know what it is, but it's some type of instability that's occurring here where you're getting like almost a perspective shift on it, and you're coming to terms with how the situation actually is, and maybe it's not going in your favor and you need to take action on it. So let's clarify and see what else we get. And clarifications for the Seven of Cups in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Wands, please. My correction is for the Ten of Pentacles, Gemini energy. I think I said Capricorn or something like that. My bad. Alright, let's see what we got. So we got Libra energy showing up, Earth energy, and we got Cancer energy showing up. So I've got the Queen of Swords clarifying the, well, let me just show you both. Clarifying that Seven of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles clarifying the, I like it, clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. And then I have the Three of Cups in reverse, clarifying that Ace of Wands. So let's work through this and see what we get. So Seven of Cups in reverse, as I said, it's generally, it's a card that's talking about a lot of times coming out of, a lot of choices, a lot of things, and just kind of seeing things for what they are more so, and instead of being a bit delusional about it. I wouldn't say, okay, delusion is a little harsh, but, illusions, things that, or fantasy, for example. And the Queen of Swords is here, and she is upright, Libra energy. So Queen of Swords is going to be someone that is with air plus water. So they do have some compassion. This person, this may be someone that you are dealing with, Virgo, is somebody that maybe being a little defensive towards you. I don't know who this is. This could be maybe a boss, or it could be a lover of some sort, or a family member. Just see, apply it how it is. But whoever this person is seems to be having a perspective shift, and this could be you. This could be you. I mean, I have to assume it because I'm doing Virgo reading. So, you're going to have to use your judgment if this is somebody that sounds more like the person you're dealing with, if you are dealing with somebody. But if this is you, you may be seeing a situation that you've been involved with in a different light. And that, this fairy tale that whatever you've been sold with is not exactly all that it's been cut out to be. And perhaps you got, stung a little bit in the process from it. But that's Scorpionic energy. Maybe you got stung by someone that really, maybe they betrayed you. Maybe they sold you on a situation that didn't pan out. Maybe they've been unfaithful. There's a lot of different things that could cause somebody to be up in arms, right? But it's showing that, you know, you're a little bit on edge here. And I normally don't do additional clarification, but I just feel this nagging urge that I need to. So let's find out what we got. Yeah, one clear. Oh my god, I don't know what it is I need to get. Can I get one clarification for the Queen of Swords, please, in the upright position? One clarification for the Queen of Swords in the upright position. Why is that there? So I have the Empress showing up, clarifying that Queen of Swords. So this seems maybe a person that might have been, you know, they might have been selling you some type of, I'm not selling you, but they might have been really engaging you in a way that, you know, you're desiring some degree of love and affection, support, and nurturing. And perhaps they just haven't really delivered on that, you know, and you're getting perspective that this person really tells me that the one time, or they might love bomb you a little bit, but they're not delivering on that. And whatever they've done, you know, it's somebody that you do care about. I think, you know, with it being upright like that, I think you do care and you do really hold this person in high regard, but at the same time, I mean, you're got your sword up to them, so I don't know what caused that. But let's move forward here. I don't want to delay too much on one single message. I have a tendency to do that. With the Ten of Pentacles, with that Ace of Pentacles here, it seems like, you know, the Ten of Pentacles, and, you know, you gotta say the Ten of Pentacles is the Ten of Pentacles. It's the highest you can go. But now we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it sounds like, you know, this is some type of ruin that happened, but, you know, it may be possible that you're trying to just start something fresh. Or maybe it's an opportunity. I mean, it very well could be there's an opportunity that you're seeing for something new. But I don't really know if it's this person that you're, for say, seeing it with. And it's quite possible also that this person's come back and they're wanting to, you know, hey, let's have an opportunity to kind of found something together again. You know, like, I still want this. And so they may still want this, you know, so it could go either way. Just see how it is for you. Now, the Three of Cups shows up here with the Ace of Wands. So I also feel like, you know, once again, I don't normally do this, but I just want to make sure before I say what I'm going to say. Let me clarify the Three of Cups here. Why is the Three of Cups in reverse here? Clarify that Ace of Wands. What do we need to know about that? Yeah, okay. So I get the Ace of Swords showing up here, clarifying that Three of Cups in reverse. So, my concern here is that there, you know, for that Ten of Pentacles to be reversed like that, and for you getting perspective, you're on the fence. And then we've also got somebody else here. That there's been some type of series of events, either a series of events, a truth of some sort, or a reality check, or something that's been it's been kind of kept in the darkness a little bit, you know. And this is quite possibly, unfortunately, this Empress, who probably, you know, like I said, it just may be how you're seeing them. I'm not saying they're a great person or whatnot, okay, but they, you know, they're embodying something that you obviously resonate with and you like, okay, and you're seeing them kind of, it seems to be, there's something special about them. Could even be like a soulmate or something like that. But whatever the case is, you know, this seems to be over something with this person where there's been, you know, confusion. It could have been like truths that were hidden. A third party situation. I hate saying that. I don't want to say it. I don't think a lot of everybody's like saying it, but it's true. Because, I mean, you got an Ace of Swords clarifying that Three of Cups in reverse. And when the Three of Cups is reversed, that's not talking about celebrations anymore. You're not having fun. I mean, that's canceled. That's failed marriages. That's failed. Failed. I mean, not success, but it's like good times, you know, friends, you know, coming together with family, enjoying, celebrating, things like that, but it's in reverse. So it's not, things are not going well. And the Ace of Swords being there in reverse is probably the reason why. Because there's things that you are uncovering, and that's why that Seven of Cups is in reverse. And then you're on defense about it. So, Virgos, this seems to be my best assumption on what's going on here is that there's somebody that you're dealing with in the month of November that you've had history with. You've been with this person, and you're probably getting, you know, an inclination that this person is not a very reliable person. This is a person that's got another side to them, and you're either A, trying to uncover the truth about it, or B, you are receiving the truth about it. Given that the Queen of Swords is already there, you know, it's probably that you're communicating, that you're just keeping them a little bit at arm's distance. So that tells me that you've already found something that you don't like, and it's probably this, whatever is going on here. So only you would know that. Anyways, let's move on here. Let's see what other messages we have. Okay, so we're going to be moving into the love singles section here. Get a quick shuffle going here. And Virgos, you know, like I said, if you are in a happy, wholesome, beautiful, which I'd be very jealous. Ooh, we got King of Swords showing up. I'm just going to take that. That almost flipped on its own. So that must be Queen of Swords, and now we got King of Swords. Oh, and another card flipped out. King of Pentacles. What's going on here? What's going on here? So, can I get one additional card for our single Virgos for the month of November, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, since we already got two that came out? Can I get one additional card for our singles? Single Virgos for the month of November, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles shows up. Lovely. Alright. So, once again, I'll be doing clarification. So, I have King of Swords, Aquarius energy showing up in the upright position. I have King of Pentacles showing up here. Taurus energy in the upright position. And then I have Two of Pentacles showing up. I mean, that's Capricorn energy. But, what do you think this looks like, singles? How does that look to you? I mean, do I really need to say any more about that? So, who is it is the question? Is it you having to choose between two people? So that's the first story. It's either you having to, well, it's your reading, so I'm going to have to assume it's you. That perhaps there's two different people here. On the flip side, this could also be you having to manage these responsibilities. So this could be your energy saying that you are in a financial position with a lot of responsibilities, but they're upright, so that's good. And there's communication back and forth. So this could be somebody that's doing very, you know, well for themselves, that has a lot to lose. You know, the king doesn't get there just by walking onto the throne. I mean, he's done his work. So for both situations, and this generally means mastery of both, like I said, the being observant, analytical, logical. This is a smart person. Somebody knows how to hold their own as far as a debate goes. King of Pentacles. This is somebody that knows how to make coin. You know, they're stable, they're loyal. They oftentimes, I mean, they're soul-moving, but at the same time, but they make very, you know, their decisions. They can be a bit more. What I'm getting from these two here, that this is probably someone that's a little bit of a more reserved, monotone kind of person, but they don't ever rush into things. They kind of have to really think things through before they do it. But this could also be indicating like two aspects of life that you're trying to manage. You know, you're trying to basically communicate how you are as a person, maybe, to the other person, or what you're wanting, or how you're seeing yourself, and then also kind of communicating that, stability is important to you. Because, like I said, I haven't done any clarifications, so we're going to see what else this tells us. But we're trying to build the foundation here. And I'm saying, if this is just you, right? If this is just you, then my assumption is that you're somebody, this is going towards somebody that has got their shit together or has a lot of responsibility, and probably, has, this could even be somebody that's in a high up position of some sort of politician. It could be, a police officer, maybe. Somebody's got a lot of responsibility. It could be a teacher. I don't know. Somebody in a position, a lawyer, maybe. Somebody that has some type of status that's going on, if for a Virgo. On the flip side, like I said, you could be choosing between two different people. One that is a little bit more analytical and logical, and the other one that's going to be a bit more balanced and stable and just but slower moving, So, given that the Two of Pentacles is showing up here, very interesting. So let's clarify. King of Swords upright, Two of Pentacles, and King of Pentacles. Can we get clarifications for those, please? So I get the Six of Cups showing up, Scorpio energy. Oh, keep forgetting to pull the other card. Clarifying that King of Swords. Okay. I have Two of Pentacles showing up here, and that's clarifying the World card in reverse. Interesting. And then lastly, I have the Knight of Swords in reverse, clarifying the King of Swords. So let's work through this. So if the King of Swords clarifying to the Six of Cups in reverse, this could be someone from the past that you've been dealing with. A person that you still hold quite fondly onto, and maybe they're communicating with you. So you might be expecting communication, if you haven't already, from someone from the past that's still holding on to you. But this person doesn't seem, the King of Swords is not very emotionally, sometimes a little bit cold. That's how he appears. It doesn't mean to say he fully is, but it is air on air energy. So don't expect too much emotion from it. They could be a little blunt. And so maybe this is a person that you've been dealing with that, without any real true clarification to this, might be a person that's being a little defensive towards you, or it could be you. Is another situation. And the reason I say that is because we had the Queen of Swords earlier. So the fact that the King of Swords showed up, and it's your reading, what would make me think that this is probably that person who might have done a number on you. So you still hold on to this person. You're still, this is an ex-lover. Because you got to remember here that I know it's a singles reading, but this is not a new person. So this is somebody that you know. Okay. Now the Two of Pentacles is being clarified by the World card. Okay. So something didn't work out here. Like I said, and I'm not surprised because of the fact that the Ten of Pentacles showed up in reverse. So some type of cycle has unfinished business. It didn't come to an end. And you're still feeling to some extent like you're having to try and juggle it. And what I'm getting here, Virgo, maybe correct me if I'm wrong here, but this King of Pentacles I think is you. I think that's you. And I think this King of Swords is the person from the past. And I think what's going on here is with this Knight of Swords in reverse clarifying this King of Pentacles here, is that there has been delays of some sort, fighting, and you might have been feeling like this person over here has been not making your life very easy. You know, they're not being emotionally very generous or giving or balanced in this situation. It can really be like sometimes, you know, shit's been haunting you a little bit. You know, and you know, I think you are, given that in King of Pentacles, I think you are holding your own, and you're kind of being found that, you know, just optimistic as best you can. But you know, with the Knight of Swords being reversed, let's clarify that and just see what that's, if there's anything else to that. I just want to see if I can dig out if this is the other person that's coming towards you. Can I get a clarification for this Knight of Swords in reverse, please? How the hell is that knight there? Yeah. Hangman shows up in reversed. So I think this is a, you know, this energy right here, Virgos, single Virgos. I think this is this person. Okay. Why do I say that? Because this is a card of really seeing the world differently as perspective. It's a change. It's seeing things in a way you've never kind of seen it before, but it's reversed. Okay, so there's a lot of time, that's been spent thinking. Okay, you don't need that much time perspective. This, you know, life is kind of trying to kick this person out. Time to move on now. Get out of your head about it. Okay, there's only so much perspective that one can get. And there's a time and place when you are just dwelling on things far too long. And we have the Six of Cups showing up here in reverse as well. And it's under this king. So what I'm getting in general here, this is a person that can be a little bit argumentative, defensive, someone that can be, you know, incite or cause delays, or just in general doesn't take action. They can actually even be reckless. This person might just make stupid decisions. It's a drop of the hat. They're, you know, they may be immature, and they just may be, you know, just stuck on stuff that's already been, like, you almost feel like to some extent when you're in this energy, it's like, man, we've been there, we've done that, we've talked about it, and you're not getting it. You're just not getting it, and it might be frustrating you that in some cases it's like, dealing with this person and trying to have a stable life and have something that's real. You know, I want that person that is loyal to me, that communicates properly with me, that shows up when they say they're going to show up, that is treating me well, that I can share and build my empire with. And I don't really get that vibe off this person's. So for you single Virgos out there, I think November is going to be this kind of situation that you're dealing with somebody that, you know, once again, is from the past, somebody that seems to have some issues going on. Because people that are attached to situations generally they're attached for a reason, and it's oftentimes maybe insecurities or issues within themselves, and it's not really something that's going to vibe and align with the King of Pentacles energy. So that's what I got for you, single Virgos. Let me get an advice card for you, because look, one already popped out. Judgment in reverse shows up. Look at that over there. Okay. Scorpio energy. So the advice here, Virgo, I can't make that up. You have Judgment in reverse. The advice for November is most certainly around this situation. And what the advice is saying is you have to be extremely careful about waiting to make a decision. Because again, this is a past person, number one. But at the same time, I think from the previous reading in the general, if we cross-reference this, it was indicating that you still have some type of, you still see this person as someone that you desire, that fulfills you in some way. You know, they have the potential to be, obviously, you know, strike the right chords, make you feel pretty good about yourself at times, and they might be very loving and very sensual. So they have qualities that you desire and you want, but the problem is this person has another side to them. I think that you're getting perspective on. You're seeing that they may not be the stable individual that's going to stand the test of time. But when you're trying to juggle the two possibilities, it's like, one, I have to go and just shut the door on the situation and move on. But then it means that, you know, that those memories that, you know, this person who I know, you know, can strike the right chords, which is very hard maybe for you to find. The idea of just letting that go, it's you know, the pain of that, you know, can be very overwhelming. And so, you know, that can cause someone to be just like, well, if I just don't make a decision, then I don't really have to choose. But really, deciding not to choose is making a decision. You're choosing not to make the decision. So you are, in fact, choosing. And the universe will see it like that. And will decide for you. So you really need to be careful in this situation. Because, unfortunately, when the universe gets involved, it's not always great outcomes. Sometimes it will be some harsh lessons that have to get thrown in. And so the device is really saying, just be careful about this. Because, you know, you can't stay stuck in limbo for too long, because Ten of Pentacles in reverse from earlier is not a good, it's no bueno. I don't like that. So that's the advice on that, okay? So sorry if that's a little harsh. I mean, it's what the cards show. I'm sorry. That's what I'm getting, okay? There's plenty of other readers if, you know, I think I'm a little too harsh with that, but that's what I'm getting. All right, let's, I'm going to take a short break here. I just need to go and pee real fast. I'll be quick. So I'll probably start at about 31. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's get going with this. Okay. Quick shuffle of these cards. Give them a real good one. Real good shuffle. Get that tension out. I get that tension out from the Libra. It was like I was dealing with like a, as I said, like a large bass or something that was just fighting and it was thrashing around, and I was like really having control of it. You know, people like pulling on their rod or something like that. Jesus. All right. Sit. Alrighty, right. What do we have for our non-single Libras? Now it's bleeding into this reading. Non-single Virgos, please. Can we get 3 cards for non-single, meaning they're committed in a relationship, Virgos, for the month of November? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please. What messages do they need to hear? 3 cards, please, for the month of November for non-committed, or non-single Virgos. Non-single Virgos for the month of November. Ooh. Holy lordy. Oh, God. Maybe I need to shuffle a little bit. Oh, God. I don't know. Alright, so you have the Ten of Swords showing up here. Painful cycle coming to the close. That's good. Gemini energy. We have Scorpio energy here with the 5 of Cups. And then we have 7 of Swords showing up in the upright position, Aquarius energy. So Virgo, if you're in a committed relationship, so this honestly looks like you got betrayed. Straight, without even clarifying or anything like that. This looks like flat out like whoever your partner Now, keep in mind, this is a non-single, so you were involved with this person or you're still involved with this person. So this, will still apply if you just broke up yesterday or whatever, or maybe it's a marriage. It could be a marriage even. But whatever the case is, plain and simple, you got stabbed in the back. Someone was not being honest with their intentions about what they've been doing. Now, I don't want to jive too far. I'm going to have to straight away go to clarification because I don't want to say too much in this situation. Figure out what else is going on here. I get clarifications for the 10 of Swords upright, 5 of Cups upright, and the 7 of Swords upright. Can get clarifications, please. Seems like kind of a serious situation here going on for those of the Virgos involved, and this is not. It's not light energy showing up here. Apologize if that's what's going on for you. Past lover. Yeah, yep. Okay. So, sorry, trust me, I want some, I really could use a positive reading. But I've been finding that throughout a lot of the zodiacs right now that I've been doing the monthly reads, it seems to be like a lot of relationship drama and stuff going on. And this is no exception, unfortunately, Virgos. So what I get is the 6 of Cups in reverse, clarifying that 10 of Swords. Okay. That's Scorpio, Gemini energy. And then I have the 5 of Wands, clarifying that 5 Cups. Well, 2 5s there, huh? So 55 may be something for you. Leo, Scorpio energy. And then I also have the Justice showing up here in the reverse, Libra energy, which just came out of Libra readings, and Aquarius. So this is air energy here. So I'm getting that you may be dealing with a water air sign, for sure. Maybe a hint of fire, but definitely heavy on air energy. So definitely some type of air sign you're dealing with or a bit involved with, and they probably have water in their chart because it seems to be repeating from the singles even. So maybe you're single now, you're committed, because this is still probably going to resonate to you if this person really feels like they're your soulmate or something like that. It's gonna vibe with you, like even if you're single, you're gonna feel like this person, you're still like tied to them. So you gotta remember that even if you are single, if you've been with somebody for a very long time and you just feel like that, it's like a soul bond. I mean, you probably still going to feel like you're the non-single, But let's work through this. So, 10 of Swords with the 6 of Cups in reverse. So let's remember here now that the 6 of Cups when it's upright it's good times. It's almost like the 3 of Cups. It's like celebrating a little bit, but it's with friends, family. It's good memories, fun. There's equal give and take. Things are going well, right? But it's reversed. So something was, there's bad memories here. There's a past, there's some type of hurt that occurred, and I don't know if you're still hanging on to it, but this looks like it just happened, like, something that just happened, and I think this is putting reference into, this is somebody, once again, from the past that may have caused this, a past person that you have a lot of, holy mackerel. I don't think you can see that, but I literally picked the cards up, and this card just ejected out. So what do we got? 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody that's a little self-absorbed to themselves. Not very stable. So I don't know if you know somebody or you're dealing with somebody that you don't find is very stable to themselves. Maybe holy crap, look at that. Not making this up, isn't that crazy? And this card has been showing up from so many readings. 9 of Wands showed up. I swear to God, I don't know how that flipped. It just flipped itself. So, you have gone through the depths for this person, Virgo. So this is not somebody, as I said, this is a past person for sure. Okay? A past lover. Somebody that you have put a lot of time and effort into. And You know, instead of that Empress energy we had earlier, that showing a lot of that love, that tender love and care, that just, you know, nurturing stuff, this is where you're at. Now, it don't take a genius to know this doesn't look too pleasant, does it? I mean, that guy, look at that. He's almost on the ground, for God's sakes. So I think this situation, straight off the bat, whoever you've been dealing with has really just put you through hell. Virgos, non-committed, or I'm saying non-committed. Oh, what the hell the deal is with that? I'm so sorry. Non-single Virgos. Definitely a probably a toxic lover of some sort you've been dealing with. A partner that just hasn't been very good to you. Okay. Now the Five of Cups is showing up with that Five of Wands being there in the reverse, and that's going to talk about that you are the competition, the ego battle, you know, kind of exchanging of words or trying to be who's right, who's wrong type thing. Is you're over that, moving past that, okay? But at this point, you're just kind of you're disappointed, you know. It's just, you know, in this particular situation, it's raw. You could be depressed right now. You may have some real deep, some sadness that's lingering. And now for some of you, you may be very good at going through life without really displaying that. You kind of notice this guy's doing it in private, so you may not be very open to the world about it. But it does show that whatever this betrayal or this backstabbing or whatever you found out, it seems to you've moved past it. You're getting over it, but at the same time, you know, you're not feeling good about it. It really hurt you. Okay. Now the Seven of Swords is a card of, obviously when it's upright, is thievery, it's betrayal, it can be cheating, it can be deception, it can be nefarious plans. It's not good. And the Justice card is reversed, so that's talking about imbalance. Something that was an injustice of some sort. Okay, betrayal of some sort. And I mean, you got them together like that. So just as plain and simple. Whoever this is a very specific message. And obviously, if you are in a relationship, Virgo, for those of you that are in a happy relationship, you haven't been fighting with your loved one, for God's sakes, don't apply this. Okay? Don't go out to your lover and start trying to yell at them or something like that, or start a fight because of some terror. It's not what this is about. This is specific. You're going to know immediately if this is you. For sure. Hands down. No questions asked. I have no doubt in my mind. This is a very specific story of just a classic case of, unfortunately, a lover of some sort that just had, you know, less than the best, not the best intentions. This is more than likely just a cold cut situation of a partner that was messing around with somebody else. And you found out about it, and it just really, really kind of just, it upset you. You know, it's probably, you know, that foundation, that Ten of Pentacles that we had, you know, the monthly message was reversed. So it obviously caused an upset. And you're really, this is all about contemplation, whether I gotta kick this person to the curb and move on, or can the situation be fixed? But whatever the case is, I think it's really wearing you down, Virgo. Let's get some advice on this and see what else, if the advice can reveal anything to us. What advice can we get for our non-single Virgos, please? Can we get a card of advice for our non-single Virgos that are dealing with a situation that has fell through with a lover? Betrayal. What advice can we get for our non-single Virgos who are dealing with a situation of a love situation that is on a rocky road? Yep. Okay, so your advice is very similar to what I had earlier with the Justice, I think, being reversed and making a decision. So the Seven of Cups came out in reverse, Scorpio energy, for your advice. And what that's talking about is just remember that when this, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the Seven of Cups, when it's upright, is a card of, it can be your fantasy. It can be window shopping. It can be kind of living in a world where it's just, there's a lot of like, And I think this card really explains it very well. You've got like a dragon right there. There's a rose right there. There's some jewelry right there. There's a person. There's a castle. There's wings. There's birds flying around. There's just it's just a card of like, you know, there's a lot of like you know, wanting to see things in a light where it may not necessarily be like that, but that's how you want to see it. I hate to say that, but this card is in reverse. So the advice is talking about stop seeing it like this and see the situation for what it is. Come to reality. And that sounds really harsh. I understand that. It does sound harsh. And some people don't flame me in the comment section about it, okay? But this is what this card talks about. I mean, it really does talk about that. As humans, sometimes when we're invested so heavily into a situation that we care, especially someone that we care about, we love and adore, it's painful to have to see a side of them that is not the person we remember they were, or how they, you know, maybe they've been, been faithful to you for years, but now they, this has caught you off guard, or maybe you know that they've had problems, right? But you've been turning the blind eye, like it's not happening. It's a fantasy. It's like, oh, they're good to me. They're doing this. They're being caring and stuff like that. And you're kind of looking at the favorable aspects, not looking at the negative, right? And the advice here is to stop doing that if you are doing it. So this is, like I said, it's not going to resonate with everyone. But if you have been kind of lately been getting a little bit of a perspective shift, right? And starting to see that this person that I've been dealing with, as much as I love them, they've got things about them that are just the pain that I'm having to carry because of them. It's just not worth it. So I really do think November is going to be kind of having to make that decision of like, maybe there's something better out there, and it's time for me to just let go of this. So that's what I'm getting, Virgos. So keep your head up high. I'm so sorry if the reading resonated. I'm really sorry for what you're going through. That seems, I mean, I could feel it off there. It just seems awful. I feel like I'm getting a little sad. So, jeez. Okay, so we're gonna go. So we're gonna go to the unemployed Virgos for the month of November. What do we have for our unemployed Virgos for the month of November? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Can we get 3 cards, please? Unemployed Virgos for the month of November. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And this is going to be for people. Oh, holy crap. We got a card that jumped out. 8 of Cups showed up. King of Swords made another appearance. And the 4 of Cups made an appearance. Could have sworn we had that card as well. Very interesting. So I have 8 of Cups showing up here. That's Pisces energy. I have Aquarius energy showing with the King of Swords. I swear to God, every time I'm looking at that looks like it's like RPG projectiles or something like that. And I'm like, did the person design that card like that? Like it's supposed to be, I mean, go and look up what an RPG, go and type it in Google, a rocket propelled grenade. And I swear to God, it looks just like that. Crazy. I mean, is the king like armed that well? I don't know. And then we have the 4 of Cups showing up here in the upright, prepared to be nuked. Oh my God! I just noticed that now, and I'm like, oh my God, that looks just like a freaking. Literally, I swear to God, that looks like an RPG. I don't know. They had to. I mean, I don't know. That's just me seeing that, but that's crazy. Anyways, unemployed. Unemployed Virgos. So we've got 8 of Cups showing up here, so that's going to be indicating some degree of walking away from something. So if we're talking about on a financial aspect, it seems that you may have had a career or a job or something that you're considering walking away from. And I think that this is indicating here that you are, I think in some ways, like what the message I'm getting is that you're putting in your your 2 weeks. I think you're just disappointed with where you're at. And once again, this is not going to apply for everyone, but this just shows a situation. 2 cards here that are invested in emotion, right? This is a card of kind of just not satisfied with what the options you have, and this is a card of walking away. Emotionally unfulfilling situation. And then you have a card of blunt, straightforward communication logic. So one has to wonder if you're unemployed, or how this would work is if you are in a job, right? So even though you're total employed, you may be saying, I'm putting my 2 weeks in, which is making you unemployed. Okay? And that's what I'm getting. So I think in the month of November, I think some of you are going to be, this is a message right here that's talking about a specific group of Virgos that are going to be leaving their job. Let's clarify and find out a little bit more, see if there's some other message that I missed here. Can I get clarifications for the 8 of Cups upright, Pisces energy, and then the King of Swords upright, Aquarius energy, and then Cancer energy with the 4 of Cups? Can I get clarifications for all of those? Why are they here for our unemployed Virgos? Wheel of Fortune, Emperor in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. So I got 8 of Cups showing up there with the Wheel of Fortune. So I like it. So I already know this is going. Alright, and then we got the Emperor showing up here. Aries energy. The King of Swords. Then I have the Knight of Cups showing with the 4 of Cups. So, wow, just so much emotion. It's like drowning in almost. A lot of emotion. So, an emotional situation of some sort. Now, let's work through this. So, the 8 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. As I said, it seems that you are not satisfied where you're at, and you're moving on to something. You're taking a risk, you're taking a gamble. You're kind of taking... this could also be like a fated event. It's just supposed to be like that, Virgos. So if you are somebody that is just recently left your job, you put your 2 weeks in, or maybe you're still at that job and you're considering it, I'm getting that this is a fated, it's almost like a fate that you're supposed to, there's other things coming in for you, and it's looking good. Wheel of Fortune, I like the Wheel of Fortune. Obviously, when it's upright, that's good. That means things going in your favor. So I think you're making the right decision here, leaving whatever this job is, because it clearly, wherever this is, this is for some Virgos that really hate where they're at. It's making them miserable. This is that job that is emotionally draining. And, I mean, I shit you not, this is 2 weeks, putting me 2 weeks in, because this is like your shithead boss. This is the boss that is controlling. This is a boss that is overly bearing, that's unrealistic with their expectations, that doesn't manage their emotions well. That's not very kind, not very generous. They're just not the person you see as a leader. More like a failure, if anything. And King of Swords with his sword up there, I think this is a person who's a bit of a, rude to you. Not the best person. Maybe they made your life hard, gave you projects or expectations that were hard to fulfill, or just didn't pay you for what you're worth. And I think this disappointment with the 4 of Cups is coming in from this Knight of Cups in reverse. This is some person that they just didn't give a shit. I don't know who this person was, but they just weren't really were not being very emotionally kind to you, and probably just really kind of I don't know, just got the sense like it was a situation that really you just emotionally felt drained at, and like it just was not working for you, and you're finally giving it the boot with that Wheel of Fortune there. So good for you, unemployed Virgos. If that it's never fun to be without a job, but to make the decision to leave some type of narcissist or something like that that's making your life hell. Or maybe it's rude it could be a co-worker that's even making your life hell, and the company's doing nothing about it. You know, and you're just saying, I'm sick of being up with my sword the whole time. I want to be in a job where I can go spring some passion onto it, right? You know, and be happy. Not this crap. And, you know, to hell with it. I'm walking away from this and I'm going on to bigger and better things. So, good for you. I really like that. That's the first time when, I think out of all the signs in the unemployed, that we've actually had like a kind of like a good result there. I'm not even going to do advice for this, because I think you've got it, Virgo, to be honest. It just seems like you know what the hell you're doing. I like it. Alright, career employed. Let's go to career employed. What do we got for our employed? What do we got for our employed Virgos for the month of November? What messages do you need to hear? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Can we get 3 cards? 3 cards, please, for our employed. Employed. Virgos for the month of November. What messages do they need to hear? What do they need to know? Okay. One more shuffle. Holy crap. Oh, already got a card to show up. Two of Pentacles in reverse, Magician in reverse, and oh god, and then we have Three of Swords in reverse. So we've got Capricorn energy showing up here with that Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Magician showing up here in the reverse, Gemini, and then we have Libra energy with the Three of Swords showing up in reverse. I'm just going to go straight to clarification. Sometimes I need to, because I'm not, I can see this, a couple messages here, but I just don't want to ramble on about it. I just want to get to the point here, since we're getting an hour almost. But I get 3 clarifications, please, for the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Can I get it for the Magician in reverse, and also the Three of Swords in reverse? Why are they here for our employed Virgos for the month of November? Rolled in reverse. 7 of Cups up right now. Hanging Man in reverse. Wow, that 7 of Cups I think has come out like 3 times now, so. Very interesting too how it showed up. So let's work through this. 2 of Pentacles in reverse, showing with the World card in reversed. If you're employed right now, Virgos, I don't think this, whatever job you're at, it doesn't align with you at all. Okay. World card is in reverse. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Not managing things well. Okay, and this is probably, I can tell you right now, a job that is having you running like you got your head cut off. I think it is paying the bills. I think it is. It's paying the bills, but barely. And on top of that, it's just high stress. This is a high stress. It's not going anywhere. It's a dead-end job. It's unsatisfying. Magician in reverse with the 7 of Cups. I think that it's telling you right there. This is telling you right there, and it's alerting you to the fact that you may be, so bogged down with this job that in some cases you're kind of you're kind of portraying this job to be something that it's not. I hate to say it like that. I really do. And I'm not trying to just be negative here. I know it sounds like that sometimes, and people get really like, like, oh, you're just being negative or something like that. Go and look the card up. I mean, the Magician in reverse is not a positive card. There's no, I don't know any iteration where, there's some sites out there that will kind of like try to dumb it down a little bit, but in true tarot, Magician in reverse is not a good card. Okay. And in this particular situation, we have the 7 of Cups, which I've talked about a lot already in this video, which is a card of illusions and all that. I'm not going to go into it again, but it is a card of multiple choices, many choices, right? And the Magician being reversed like that. Now, there's 2 scenarios here. One, this could be someone that's barking in your ear, trying to make the job out or where you're at to be better than it really is. This could be a deceptive boss or a deceptive coworker. There's a lot of times when you're dealing with a position, right, where the boss is really just raking in the cash. They're doing well. They're getting paid well. Okay? And they also know the staff and how much they're getting paid. Okay? And sometimes what they're paying is far less than what they know that person's actually worth. But they may be sowing a lot of doubt into their head. Kind of saying, you know, trying to always paint out like, oh, there's probably going to be a cash bonus next month or something. You know, just selling a bunch of bullshit in order to kind of keep them to stay. Okay, but just given them the first set of cards we had, you know, it doesn't seem that this place is where you necessarily know deep down inside you want to be. Now, again, I always have to say it. If you're happy where you're at, you love getting up to go to work, then don't apply this. Don't try to apply something that does not match. Okay, this is what the card is showing me. So if it's not applying to you, click off. It's not for you. Three of Swords now in the reverse can talk about getting over something that was painful. So that hurt's already happened. Now you're getting over it. Well, on the other hand, it can be feeling like you're a bit, you know, it can be still lingering. And the reason I'm saying that is because the Hangman here is showing up, but it's in reverse. So I think, you know, for those of you employed, this seems to be some situation where you're I'm not getting a good vibe off this. I mean, I'm really like I've been hoping things are going to get like more optimistic in these reads, because man, a lot of these reads just been very like pessimistic almost. But this is no exception. I mean, there's been something that's occurred within your career. I don't know what that is. So maybe, but I'm getting that it's probably something to do with somebody that's at your job. That's not, you know, and it's most times it's going to be your supervisor of some sort. But they may just be, you know, kind of selling you on a position that's not going anywhere, that, you know, they keep telling you it's going to, oh yeah, the promotion's coming, but it doesn't. You know, and things change, and then you're like, well, what happened last month? I thought you know, he was talking about I was going to get this position or something, and it never happened. You know, and you're starting to feel a bit hurt over that. Like, you know, I don't know if this guy's lying to me. Is he lying to me? Is he, you know, what is his deal? It's just frustrating because he seems like he's telling me he cares and stuff, and then the next minute he's squirming, you know, kind of seems like he's taking care of himself and not worrying about me. You know, or he's cutting my hours or something like that. So okay. So let's get some advice for this, because I mean, it doesn't seem a very healthy situation. We'll say that. What advice can we get for our employed Virgos dealing with a situation? The one I have before me. If they're dealing with a difficult boss, or someone or a company, maybe culture that's not very healthy, what advice do we have for them in the month of November? One more shuffle. Can I get a card of advice, please? Ace of Swords in reverse. So just remember, guys, when it's upright, it's talking about revealing the truth. You're finding out things. It's coming into clarity. Reversed, truth is being hidden. It's being distorted. The bull's been put in your eyes. Okay. Communication of the truth is being stifled. And what do we have with this Magician in reverse? You know, as I predicted, you know, this seems to be likely some toxic work environment that is that's not making you happy at all. And this is probably more than likely. Unfortunately, I can't clarify too deep into it because it just takes too long. But this seems to be, you know, I'm sure if I did clarify more, we'd find out who it is. But I'm gonna just, you know, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna assume that this is a boss that some of my Virgos are going to be dealing with, that is just, excuse my French, but a bit of a shithead. Yeah. you know, and distorting things a little bit, and not putting, you know, Virgo to the top here. So I don't, you know, see how that applies to you, Virgo. But the advice is telling you, you know, you need to be aware that if this is resonating with you, you need to be aware that there are things that are being, you know, the reality of the situation is being distorted a little bit by whoever's telling it to you. You know, you got like a little birdie that's whispering, probably your boss or your supervisor or somebody that maybe is trying to cheat you out of position. Remember, there's people will do anything to get to the top. So there may be things that are being hidden from you. You may not be aware that somebody is just, you know, this could be a friend of some sort that you know, maybe you're working with and you think they're a friend, but really they're trying to get your position. I don't know. I don't want to put, please, for God's sakes, don't start messaging and starting a fight or something like that. That's not the case. But it is talking about, you know, just telling you to be aware of that there's some type of truth or something that's being hidden. And you've got the Magician card, which is reversed, talking about deception and illusions and things like that. So there's some situation here that's going on which is highly suspect for somebody that is being deceptive, and that's what I'm most concerned about. So if this applies to, I'll be very it doesn't mean to go rush in and to start raising hell and blaming people or interrogating people. That's not the advice. The advice is more that you need to kind of get perspective on what is and isn't actually happening. So if somebody is telling you something, then it probably indicates that, you know, you need to actually fact check and see, is it just words, or are their actions showing what they're talking about? Okay. So pay attention to the action, not the verbal talk. Okay. Judge a tree by the fruits that it bears, not the one that it talks about, not the one that it wishes for, affirms about. That was Les Brown. But the fruit that it actually bears. That's what it's saying. Alright. Let's go to the collective advice, and then I am done for the night. I'm tired. So we are 1 hour and 5. Collective advice do we have for our Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus? Can I get 3 cards, please? Can I get a collective message for our Virgos, please? I'm a little worn out. These readings take a lot out of me. Alright, 3 cards, please. 3 cards. 3 cards for Virgo, for the month of November. Collective message. What advice do we have? What advice? What messages do we need here? I had 2 cards pop out. I take it and then get one more. Oh, interesting. Wow, okay. How about that? So I have the 2 of Pentacles showing up in reverse. That's Capricorn energy. We've got Judgment showing up here, Scorpio energy in reverse, and then I have the High Priestess showing up here. Cancer energy. Okay. Alright, so your advice, Virgo. Let me actually clarify this 2 of Pentacles just before I tell you. I don't know why I'm being told to do that. Well, and then the Hangman comes out again. Holy Batman. So overall, your advice here, look at the High Priestess showing up here. So there is a strong sense that you need to follow your intuition. Okay? You need to pay attention to what's going on inside. And I've kind of seen throughout the reading here that there was an overall theme of dissatisfaction. So there's a concern around, you know, this would be better if the judgment was upright, because it means that you've arrived to a decision. But the fact that it's reversed saying you're not. And the advice also in another portion of the read was saying to not do that. And it seems to be very abundantly apparent for you Virgos out there that if you're resonating with some of these parts of this reading, that, you know, decision needs to be made in the month of November. And I think the universe is going to kind of have it play out in such a way that you will. But there's definitely some type of, you know, you're dealing with situations in career and love that seem to be challenging you and testing you. causing either financial stability or getting you stuck in your head trying to get a perspective on what the hell you're supposed to do. Okay, but I strongly, you can never go wrong at the end of the day with following your intuition. Okay, and really your intuition is, if you're somebody that's been on this earth for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and obviously the longer, the more the merrier, you have to ask yourself, your intuition just didn't, it wasn't just developed an hour ago. Okay, it's been there since birth. So it's most times it's going to be the truest version of yourself really speaking to you. Okay, I'm saying, I'm not happy here, so probably need to move on. But a lot of people ignore it because it's just like the idea of what our intuition sometimes tells us is something that seems to be, it objects to what society tells us to do, or what our boss might be telling us, or an ex-lover or something like that. It is confliction there. And we're kind of almost programmed in some ways to always follow what other people want, but not what we want, and what our heart's really telling us to do, right? And so that can very much put us in a position where I don't want to make a decision. Because it's, on the one hand, it's like morally, like, I should follow my heart, but on the other hand, you're trying to please other people in situations that just, don't serve you. And then that can lead, when you're not making decisions and you're kind of one foot in the door with this situation, one foot in the door with this other situation, you can't juggle these things forever. Eventually it's going to fall out of your hands and it's going to become very difficult. It can lead to stability problems with your family. It can lead to problems with, if you're married, it can put problems with your marriage. It can kind of leave you a bit emotionally detached. There's a lot of different things that can happen with this. And so the advice here is showing to be aware of that, to follow your intuition, not stay stuck and paralyzed by analysis, and to be aware of that, failure to do so is going, it's going to tax you. You're going to have to bite the bullet with that one, and it's going to eventually pull you down, and that's not going to be congruent with a healthy life. So really take the time, do get perspective, do see the situation for what it is, do take the time to heal, but don't stay paralyzed by it. Okay? And maybe this is a case of you needing to write things down about what it is you want. Have that clarity. Sometimes having clarity on what it is that you actually want is probably the most important thing. You don't have clarity on a situation or where you're going in life, it's very hard to make a decision because you don't even know what the hell you're doing. So why make a decision? So have paper, like even if it's a lover, ask yourself what kind of woman or what kind of man you're looking for. How big are they? What kind of hair do they have? What kind of things are you looking for? Are they like very affectionate, or do you want them just kind of at a distance? What are the qualities you want? And does that match with your past lover? Ask yourself these questions, because then you can start actually seeing that, hey, this is what I want. It doesn't match with this lover that's coming in, and you probably find that now you're seeing things at a different light, that you don't want to be with them anymore, and that might in turn help you move on. So think about that, Virgos. But anyways, without further ado, we're 1 hour and 10 minutes, so I gotta end this video. But I hope you enjoyed that video. If you, like I said, if you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. I am a new YouTube reader, YouTube tarot reader. Sorry, I'm kind of getting a little tired now. But until next time, I will see you on the next segment. And I'll be doing some more live readings. I got to finish those up before I'll start doing the 12 sign readings. I know there's a lot of them on the internet right now, and I do want to do some of those, but I kind of came late into the game, so bear in mind with me. I'm trying to, between all, designing the animations, getting the channel going, there's just so much stuff that I have to do, and it's just caused things to be a bit backed up. But I am working on it, and there's going to be better and better content coming out. So hope you enjoyed that video. Till next time, bye.